Okay, we'll try this again. The first take was a no-go. Alright, for this little video I have, I Love You Mouse by John Graham. I'll skip reading The Dust Jacket since it didn't work out so well on the first take. So, here we go. I love you, mouse. And if I were a mouse, I'd make you a furry nest, and we'd curl up together and nibble some cheese. Love you, kitten. And if I were a cat, I'd make you a soft basket, and we'd drink warm milk and stretch ourselves. I love you, puppy. And if I were a dog, I would build you a kennel, and we'd play tag and sometimes chase the cat. I love you, piglet. And if I were a pig, I'd build you a sty, and we'd dig roots and loaf in the mud. I love you, chickie. And if I were a chicken, I'd build you a coop, and we'd scratch for corn and chase a butterfly. I love you, lamb. And if I were a sheep, I would build you a strong fold, and we'd graze in the fat pasture and grow wool for sweaters. I love you, cub. And if I were a bear, I'd find you a cozy cave, and we'd hunt for some honey and watch out for bees. I love you, tadpole. And if I were a frog, I'd find a quiet pond, and we'd splash in the pond, and we would have races. You'd win. I love you, duckling. And if I were a duck, I'd find a blue lake, and we'd swim all day long and go quack, quack. I love you, gosling. And if I were a goose, I'd find a wide marsh, and we'd play hide and seek among the cattails and go honk, honk. I love you, bunny. And if I were a rabbit, I would find you a safe burrow, and we'd play in the moonlight and eat clover and carrots. I love you, owlet. And if I were an owl, I'd find you a warm tree hole, and we'd fly together all night long and call out, hoo, hoo. I love you, baby. And since we're people, I've built you a house, and I've given you a bed with warm quilts, a cool drink of water, and a kiss on the nose, and a quiet good night. Good night, Bear.